So first,
Absolutely.
and I was like,
let's dig it all up.
Oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So, sidebar. Yes.
And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone. I'm Meredith, and this is also podcast. This week, we are missing our amazing co-host, Alicia. But don't worry, she's on vacation, just out for 1 week. And I've got a special guest host. Before I introduce her, I want to make sure you guys check out our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Patreon. All the links are in our bio. Please also be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. It's time to introduce my amazing guest, Tori. She's one of my great friends here in Chicago.
Hello.
We share an amazing group text with a few of our friends where we talk about very specific shows we're watching. And we've moved from Heated Rivalry and The Cottage into Traitors, into Summer House, into Love Island. Welcome to the podcast, Tori.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me. Okay. We usually start the episode with a small celebration. I can go first. You can kind of warm up to yours.
Okay.
But my celebration this week is I finished with my volleyball league. We did lose in playoffs, which is maybe not something to celebrate. However, we got an outside table at our bar that we go to afterwards.
That's
and
major.
That was major news, sitting on a patio. Despite the loss, lots of pitchers of beer were flowing. And it just, nice weather after the horrible smoke, wildfire smoke we've had come in, the heat. It was a perfect patio evening.
Yeah.
So celebrating that.
That's cool.
Yeah. What are you celebrating?
We're playing laser tag tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm celebrating.
Yes.
It's also my birthday next week.
Woo! Huge celebration there.
Laser tag, 100% is,
Yeah.
that's like all I can think about for the next 24 hours.
I cannot wait. I have not played laser tag in years. So
Yeah. It's going to be intense. I am going to be gunning for everyone there. Like I like when the noise that people make whenever you get them. I think Jill's gonna be really funny to just shoot over and over again because she's gonna go like that. Her thing.
She's gonna be the one who people like scout out to just literally hit her at all times.
Well, the thing is that every time she gets hit, I know she's gonna yell, and that's just
because then you go down
where she is. Yeah, so that's the thing about laser tag. You just gotta be quiet.
True.
You gotta be quiet, and you gotta crouch.
You gotta find a little like corner where you can like peek around and like get people.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that and then go-karting. I'm ready. So, and I'm excited because everyone's going to meet my brother for the first time. And he's going to be, just the boy version of me.
That's crazy.
Is it a good thing? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yes.
As you guys learn more about Tori, you can decide at the end.
This isn't my first appearance. I'll be back, I'm sure.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Jill's already had her too, so the next time we need someone.
I know.
Everybody can fight. People in our friend group fight over wanting to be on this podcast, and I find it so funny.
It's just for my own ego that I want to be here. I don't know if I have a lot to contribute, but
I think you have tons of opinions.
Yeah.
Because when we were getting set up to record, you were like, "How brutal should I be?" And I was like, "Let it rip."
True. Yeah, off the cuff, I can say some crazy stuff, but I think
we'll wait. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we can get into
Okay,
it.
let's do some news because lots of things are happening in the pop culture world. You and I, with our friends, watched Love Island. I know you watched last season was your first season watching Love Island. So you did watch Nicolandria, and they have split.
Devastating, but also, was it ever real? That's my thought.
I need it to be real. To me, it's like a Disney fairy tale.
Yeah.
Whether it's real or fake real, it's real to
Still
me.
real to you.
It's real to me.
I always thought that they just seemed like really good friends, and I was really
I believe that wholeheartedly, no matter what.
Like they are business partners. That's always been my thought.
And honestly, I think they did it flawlessly either way.
I honestly didn't know that at this point they were still together. I thought that they had broken up pretty early on.
I do know they had really busy schedules, and that's the reason that they said that they broke up. But he's basically a DJ now. She's a freaking Barbie doing all the things. So I can only imagine, even if it's real or business, for business only, they're trying to see each other to keep it going, and that is difficult. So I completely understand it ending in whatever fashion it was, but it made me sad. I didn't follow them that intensely, but I did recently see that Alandria, I think her birthday happened, and she posted a YouTube video about it. And Nick was there, and they slept in the same bed. So no matter what, they had a really close
Right.
friendship, at least, that like even if it was keeping it up just for the storyline of it
Sure.
all. Yeah, like
Did you see any other people from that season at the party, or?
no, it was like her real friends.
Okay. So at least then you know that the friendship was real between
Yeah,
them.
they're like making an effort to be in each other's life, even
Okay.
if it wasn't. So that
At
was
that point, I'll
before the
take it.
breakup announcement.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that was the best couple that we got out of that whole season. So
to me, they seem like very genuine people on their own.
Agree.
So yes, even if it is kind of a grift, which I think they did flawlessly,
yeah,
like at least they have some type of
Mm-hmm.
connection. So we'll see what they do in the future.
I know. All I've been seeing of him recently is some like AT&T commercial where he's
Oh,
doing a
really?
bicycle kick. And he's like,
Oh
I gotta teach
no!
myself
It's
how
like a Google.
it's
It's like some
tech.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Oh, it
pissed
is
me off.
Google, you're right.
Yeah, it's like some AI. Like, show me how to do a bicycle kick for
Right.
the World Cup.
Yeah. I'm just like, did you play soccer? I don't remember that being part of your storyline on this show.
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I just thought he was a model and he's
Yeah.
hot. That's like his whole thing.
Yeah.
Mamacita.
Yeah.
Mamacita.
He's like the mama's boy, but not in a like toxic boy mom relationship.
Mommy's little meatball.
Mommy's little meatball. Okay, we have to talk about 2 more breakups that happened. These ones are on Salt Lake City. We have Whitney and Justin are quote unquote separated. And then Angie K and her husband are on the way to divorce.
Yeah. That's sad. Those are both husbands that I would never claim to care about.
Yeah.
But I like the women, and I didn't think that the marriage was like bad. Whitney and her husband, I know like last season we saw them go through it with the like failing business.
Yeah.
And clearly like it was made out to be like he made a bad decision. I think she also made a bad decision, but like he was kind of the money side.
Yeah, their dynamic and their business stuff never made sense to me.
Yeah.
Because he lost his job after doing that paint scene.
Yes.
Which, like,
oh yeah. You can't forget, unfortunately.
And then, yeah, like he started working for her business. I'm like, that's never gonna go well. Like, but I'm not surprised as much with them. Angie K and her husband, like, they seemed more normal to me or more stable. So I like am sad for Angie K more.
I think like whenever they first came on the show as like she was a real housewife, like they talked about in their marriage, he felt kind of sidetracked. Like she was prioritizing their daughter rather than their relationship. So I feel like that one's not like completely out of the blue for me, but I think I would not want to leave that house. I love that house so much. I would stay in it just for that.
Yeah. Yeah. No housewife separation or divorce will ever truly surprise me because in my mind, the minute you come on TV and air out all your dirty laundry and like see yourself back in fights, I couldn't do it.
The odds of you getting a divorce at that point, like
exponentially higher.
Yeah, like 10 times. Like,
yeah.
There's a housewife that goes on because she wants to get divorced, and there's a housewife that goes on because she thinks I have a great family that I want to show off, and then sees all the cracks in that fucking marriage, and then they split up.
Yeah, and you have like 2 roads: either like fix them or you go to the separation divorce.
Who's even on the list of fix-ems? I feel like.
Did you ever watch Orange County with like Heather Dubrow and Terry Dubrow? I feel like they aired some stuff out, but they seemed more committed to. They didn't air it out to embarrass each other. I feel like they talked about it in a produced way, if that makes sense, where they like aired some of it out and like tried to course correct some of it. Like one of her big things is he worked too much. He had his own shows on Bravo or E, I forget which network. And so he was like never around. So like he started coming around more. But they also like have so much money that she doesn't cook any meals. Like she doesn't have the like labor at home to do either. But yeah, I don't know. That's one where I've always we're able to see them kind of come back together. But not many people were.
I was kind of rooting for like Kyle and Mauricio for a while.
Yeah, that one really made me sad.
I think before those pictures came out of him kissing that woman.
Yeah.
Like I was like, they might make it through this. I don't even know what their status is because they're not divorced.
No.
They're just separated.
Okay, I'm actually more pissed off in them in their separation than I am that they are ever
she
getting
can't
divorced.
Well, she doesn't want to commit to the ending of a marriage.
And
like I think she's so scared of that.
If she could explain that to me and like talk me through her thoughts and like all of that going on, I feel like I could understand it, but it just always feels like she never talks about her separation / divorce until it's been years. Like I heard she talked about it more this past season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, too late, babe. It's been so long
I know.
that I'm like, I can't connect and bond with you over
Mhm.
this.
It's like her coming out after the fact that everyone already knew she was gay and was like with this other woman.
Yes.
Like, girl, don't make a joke about it now because you're well past the point of it being funny.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like,
It's weird that you're like hiding so much while you're willingly being on a reality TV
Yeah.
show.
100%.
Well, that makes me think about Rula and her husband Brian willingly coming on to Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I know
know.
you recently finished that. So give me
Yes.
some thoughts on watching that.
I think Andy at the reunion was so. I love that he asked that question exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even come if you knew? And he said, "Oh, well, it just ended, so we were ready to
It's like,
film."
did it?
Yeah, it didn't. Like, you were lying about that.
It's weird to come to the reunion continuing the lies
Mm-hmm.
that we all saw on camera were not true. It's
Yeah.
like weird to continue with them.
Right. I also thought I want to know what your hot take is on him saying, "Let's bring her out." Because in my moment, like, I was just like, Andy, that might, like, you're kind of supposed to be a
I
neutral
know.
person
I was
here,
like, this is
and
kind of
that was
cool.
a dig. I like,
Yeah.
the guy doesn't deserve to be treated like
I feel like Rula doesn't deserve
that. That probably would have been hard on
blindside.
her.
Yeah.
So I
Like,
was like, is that unprofessional?
no matter like
Like,
how like much Rula's head was in the sand about it,
mhm.
for her to have to share the stage at her job
Yeah.
with like her partner, her husband's
Mhm.
affair partner, that's like cruel to a new level. And then to like blindside Rula with that,
Mhm.
because the joke is still a blindside. Like she thinks it's happening. Andy has had that bit a few times in different reunions where he's like, we're going to bring him out. But it's always like not an affair.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you had a fight with this random person who's not actually on the cast. We're going to bring him out like as a friend of
Mhm.
capacity where that person like agreed to be on camera too. And so everybody's like, oh my God, you got him type of thing. But they, again, don't bring him out. And so it's like, it's a funnier bit when it's just a fight people had versus an affair.
Exactly. And like clearly this woman wants to be on the show.
Oh
She
my
would
God, yeah.
100% have showed up.
Have you heard about she
Like,
put so much stuff on social media after the fact? Like when it aired,
while it was airing?
when the reunion aired, she posted a story that said like all the things you want are not on my Instagram, like the real stuff. I have the real receipts, like, and I can release them at any time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, don't play coy, release them, bitch.
For real. If you have something, share it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Put 'em-
how you
put
stay relevant.
it in the grave. Like, because if my thing is, as much as I think it's cool to bring her out to the reunion stage for Rula and Brian, they're playing in her face and lying still on TV.
Mhm.
So if she feels like she's being called a liar, air it out. Tell me the truth. What's going on? When did this actually end?
Yeah.
Is it actually over?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe with, I don't know, this woman. She
Yeah.
seems kind of wild. Also, tangent, I would have loved for them to show the video, and they didn't.
Yes.
I was kind of annoyed by that because we got to see Luann's man, was it Tom?
Yeah.
Like making out with that other woman.
But I wonder if whoever actually filmed it would not agree to sign over the rights.
That could be.
Yeah.
Well, they should have, because
I
I
know.
wanted to know what it looked like.
I
and
know, because
how
even
she
if they
could have
had
been
a
like, that's AI. Like,
that, even if they had to blur out the mistress's face because they didn't get her to sign it, it's like, get whoever filmed the video to sign the rights over and blur out everything. I just want to know what it looked like. Were they standing on the porch? Like what the setup of the video really was to help me put into context what everyone else was watching.
well, I think they were, to me, it looked like inside a car because they had like the dash of the car.
The
That was
person
the only
filming
thing they
it
showed.
started that, yes.
So I don't know.
I think the person drove by mistress's home.
Oh,
He's like,
filmed
has
it and then
a
put it-
camera in as they're driving, brings it up to the dashboard. That's why you can see the dashboard time.
Yeah.
And then goes out the window as they're driving by. And Rula and Brian are canoodling or making out or
Mhm.
whatever on the front porch. That's what I got from
Yeah.
it.
Girl, I don't know. I think, why, if you're trying to have a secret affair, would you do it so publicly?
I know.
I've said women go on this show to get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
What was his intention here?
Giving her all the evidence in the world?
Like, did he think this will make me the next like Tom Sandoval and I want to be famous? Like,
truly.
because it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, you just look like an asshole. and
Because
an
the thing
idiot.
is like, you
More of an
have to
idiot.
know that you will not have control of the other ladies. You can
Mhm.
probably control your wife and what she's going to say. But the minute they smell anything that they can paint somebody else as the villain,
Yeah.
they're gonna just like a dog with a bone on it.
Oh yeah, I wrote down multiple times. Joellen is a shark. Like
I'm scared, but I'm so impressed.
She's terrifying, but I actually I'm obsessed with her.
Me
She's
too.
great.
She was my winner of that reunion.
Mhm.
I have never seen a housewife come out with receipts and speak to them so clearly, not get like super emotional and like heightened and
Yeah.
like yelling. Like she was like, you did not get married on XYZ date, or like he didn't get divorced on this date, or, like she had dates and physical things. And I liked how, in order to get her point across, she would tell Andy the information, because then like she wouldn't really address Rula, and
Mhm.
Rula would like spiral about
Yeah.
it. But she would be like, Andy, they like Brian didn't get divorced in XYZ month of XYZ year. It was actually this, because like look at the court records.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's clear as day.
The only other person who I can think like really kind of tries to do that is like Meredith Marks. That's like I haven't watched all of the Housewives franchises,
But
so
I think
there's
she talks
probably
too
some other ones.
slow and like
Agree.
tries to talk in some riddles
And
sometimes.
she's very easily upset too.
Yes.
Like she can just get so flustered in the
Yes.
moment.
That is not as
Joellen, yeah.
effective as Joellen.
I know. Joellen screaming in your face, like calling you a hua, calling you a bitch. Like, yeah, I would be terrified just as much as Rula was.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
I
God,
couldn't
yeah.
handle that.
She was incredible.
Mhm.
I think she's like I said, the winner of it all.
I
All right,
agree.
let's talk about some fun things with Rhode Island.
Yes.
Alicia, the people's princess.
She is the people's princess. Again, I'm not on social media. I didn't know anything about the season going in, coming out, and I was like, she's got to be the fave. Like,
Oh my God, yeah.
she's so quotable.
Is popping off on
Yeah.
TikTok.
One I didn't say earlier was pick a Nick. She didn't say picnic. She said pick a Nick. Like that.
Oh,
characters. Oh, characters? Yeah. No, so
Wacka.
many. I hit a woman. Yeah, I hit a woman.
Bitches love a summer.
There were so many good ones. And her family too, really. Like she's clearly a product
Oh
of
my
her
God.
mothers and her aunt.
Yes.
Like, it was any scene that they were on my screen, I was locked in.
I love a family dynamic
Mhm.
in Housewives. I feel like we've kind of gotten away with that as Housewives has evolved over 20 years. Now we just really hone in on the ladies. And while like, yes, they're the star of it, like I like to see their relationships and how they are as a housewife, or even if they're not married, don't have kids, like who they are as an adult living in the world. And I feel like Rhode Island gave us a little bit of that back. I'm still missing some of it from some people, but Alicia's aunts are everything to me. They need their own show, to be honest.
For real. I think like they felt off the bat the most authentic.
Yeah.
Like just as a family. And there were a couple other housewives who during their intro, I was like, I can tell you're like acting. Like
putting on airs.
Yeah, like I was like, Joellen, you're acting.
Yeah.
Liz, like you are just that cool. So maybe this is who you really are, but there's also some skeletons in the closet.
100% agree.
Oh, here's something I have. Housewives at a trivia night would be the worst place to be for a regular person.
1,000%, especially at Audrey's.
Yeah. And why are they doing Disney trivia?
I've seen people do a like game night on other Bravo shows.
Yeah.
And it's like they're really competitive and they're having fun. And it's like a subset group, not everybody. But Audrey's, it looks like a coffee shop.
It is a coffee shop.
Yes. But like, why are we doing
trivia there in the first place?
Why are housewives doing trivia at Audrey's?
I don't know. Like, and then they didn't even know some of the most easy questions.
Oh my God.
That was really what was funny. I think starting this season, I was really excited because I was like, this seems like one of the most intelligent groups of women that we've watched on TV.
Yes and no.
And yeah, and slowly it started to sink in when they would make these random comments, especially the Rhode Island related stuff.
Yeah.
Because we've already talked about this. There were things that I was like, this kind of like, I don't know, it's irking me a little bit how, again, first thing we hear, and I wrote it down, was we're weirded out that other states exist. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
They are so obsessed with Rhode Island, but I find that quirkiness to be exactly what Housewives needs more of. And I think that's why Rhode Island works so well, is they're so obsessed with their state, with their hierarchy of who knows who and all of that. And like exactly what their lives are, that they do not want to be out of their bubble and they do not want to be something bigger. And I love that. And they're rich enough. Their bubble
Yeah.
is rich enough and like glamorous enough to like have that.
It's the fact that they are like, we're very pro Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
I love like 4th of July. The weird thing about 4th of July, I don't even know how to get into this topic because some of them were like, well, I've never had a 4th of July party. I've never even been to a 4th of July party.
So
And then they're like
weird.
so like patriotic. They don't know anything about
America.
They're like, oh, Plymouth Rock? Yeah, that's like a thing over there. I don't know what it's for, but that's 4th of July, right? Girl.
Girl.
I don't understand.
It's too much.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe they can blame it on the menopause. That's what I say. Like, if you really wanted to give an excuse, I know these are smart women.
I disagree.
Some of them are maybe not that smart.
Yeah. I think Joellen and Rula are educated smart, like in their jobs and their careers. Rosie and Kelsey are very street smart.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alicia is living in a la la land.
Yeah.
I think Liz is living in a more structured la la land.
Agree.
And Ashley is in a whole different world.
She seems like the most normal to me.
Correct.
Probably because she's not from Rhode Island.
Which is weird because she was on The Bachelor. Like, she's been like an influencer. Like, I don't know why I thought she would be more perfectly suited to be a like reality TV robot.
Yeah. Maybe she's just doing that good of a job. But I don't think that's true because she's so authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
In the amount that she cries.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I feel like there's no way that's not just who she is.
I need her to get in the mud a little bit more in season 2, though.
Yeah. I feel like she's going to be, I kind of saw her as like Whitney in season 1 of Salt Lake.
Yeah.
I think Whitney is like the perfect like archetype for like a lot of the women on the show. Like Kelsey is a little Whitney, Rosie is a little Whitney. And them being like the younger ones of like an older group, like really plays into like the hierarchy and the dynamics. And I'm like, ooh, like you can tell, like, I feel like Rosie and Kelsey like are duking it out for like that second lowest slot at the totem pole. Like,
100%
they are both on the
agree.
bottom, and I think they realize that, like, just like by like status alone.
Yep.
And so Kelsey comes for Rosie because she realizes Rosie has more than me.
That's really interesting. I never thought about that.
I always think about the hierarchy, the pyramid of where these ladies land. And Liz is obviously at the top.
Yes.
Joellen and Alicia right below her.
Correct.
And then
Rula's just like not on the totem pole because
she wasn't even in the season.
But I will give her credit that her name was in every single episode.
That's true.
So people may say like, oh, she wasn't there, like she didn't do anything. Her name precedes her.
On the pyramid, she's the middle row of the bottom because she's the most support of the entire season.
Oh my God.
Her husband did his job. You know,
I think he carried that storyline for the entire show.
He did. I watched this show for drama. He came and he did a good job.
He delivered.
Yeah.
Give him his little pearl. Like.
I know. No, I think like all of the husbands this season, like I like them because each of them kind of had they were all similar. All their names are Jerry or Larry or Bill or whatever. I don't fucking know. But they all like have like a role that they play. And most of them are good husbands.
And
but I don't want to be I want a bad apple, you know.
True. But I don't feel like they want to be in front of the camera like some other husbands have gotten. I'm like, you're not the start of the show, babe. Yeah, Seth Marks is absolutely one of them. The only place I will accept a way too eager house husband is Real Housewives of New Jersey, because the family dynamics are so thick on that that the house husbands actually get their own scenes of the bros hanging out, and they are funny.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be a house husband who has a lot of screen time, do not get in the drama. Be funny.
Yeah. Just be funny.
Yeah. Be the comedic relief. That's all I need from you.
Speaking of Jersey, Dolores
was not around.
I thought she was going to be fully on the show.
Me too.
And she wasn't even really a friend of.
No, we saw her twice.
Yeah. And she didn't, like, does she live in Rhode Island now?
She did that summer, quote unquote.
Okay.
Because to start the show, her and Liz are good friends.
It was kind of just her way of like boosting it.
It was their way to like, she was the off ramp from New Jersey into Rhode Island. But then she must have gotten edited out.
Yeah.
Because I think the ladies were able to carry the season very well. But I also don't think Dolores is an anchor point of drama in her own franchise. She is a mediator. So like without knowing everybody, she couldn't really do her role on New Jersey or on Rhode Island. Yeah.
I really I've not watched Jersey. I only know her from Traitors.
Oh my God.
So stupid. She was really, really hilarious in that she would pick Tom Sandoval almost every round table because she just
hated
like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that she never guessed one time right.
I love that.
Like it was iconic.
If you think Rhode Island people or housewives are dumb or that franchise is, New Jersey is much lower.
Yeah. Honestly, no, I think I still agree with like my previous statement of they are some of the smartest housewives. Because I feel like you always have.
I don't think intentionally.
Not intentionally. But I mean, like in other franchises I've watched, like you have like a couple of really smart people, but then everyone else is kind of dumb. Like I think it's like, okay, you got like a Bronwyn, you have like a Meredith.
Yeah.
But then you have people who are just like completely in their own world, like Lisa Barlow.
Yeah.
And people who think they know everything, like Alicia. Like Heather.
Alicia's even more in her own world than Lisa Barlow.
100%. But they are favorites for a reason.
True.
I think you do need that. And that's why I love Housewives on Traitors too, is because they add that chaos element.
Yes.
That would otherwise like not be in the game, and it would make it so much easier for like, the Survivor or the Big Brother
the gamers to really run it. Yeah. You need a delusional queen who has no clue what's going on, but believes so passionately about what they think.
I know. I think after a certain point, if I was in the house, I would have for sure been like, maybe Dolores is right.
Maybe she's committed.
Yeah. If anything, we should just get rid of this guy.
You know what? If you're a traitor, that's a good thing to play off as a housewife, is to vote for one person always and pretend to be dumb.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what happened last season.
Yeah. Well, they were a little bit more aggressive. They were like playing like a gamer, and Rob just bulldozed over them in every way. But Alicia on Traitors would be incredible.
I'm sure she's up in their like top 10.
Yeah.
We have talked about this before. I remember like a while ago you asked for Traitors, like people who you wanted to be on Traitors, and I had a whole list that I sent.
You had some good ones.
Let's see. I said a Savannah Banana. I remember that.
Yes.
Specifically the one who did the backflip on the news and landed on his face.
You did say that. You did say that. Which I wonder if they're going to pull in a Savannah Banana, because they just put one on Dancing with the Stars for this upcoming season in the fall. So like, clearly they're letting the bananas get onto other shows. So like Peacock should pick them up.
It's just a promotion for their own show, so they might as well. I think I said Giancarlo Esposito because he's such a good actor that like he would be an amazing traitor or faithful. I feel like
100%. He would be hilarious, and I don't think he's, I hate to say current enough, but like he's not in some big projects right now that it's like, oh, he's above it.
Exactly.
Like I think he would genuinely enjoy it.
He's just been like doing TV recently.
Yeah.
Like after he was really big for Breaking Bad, but I feel like he can do like any kind of role.
Yeah.
So I love like just like actual actors on that show.
I know. I just don't think they tend to like to do it because reality TV has like a stink to it for like serious actors.
I think this show being like fully like celebrities, the longer it goes on, the more like high profile people will come.
I agree.
I think people in Hollywood actually like love to watch it too.
And I think because it's like a short-term game, it's not like following their real life. It's like the people who love it would do it, and there's no like friction on like experiencing the game. Like it's not Survivor where you have to go lay in the sand for 6 days. It's go live in, they stay in hotels, like go live in this La La Land life where you're just like playing this Clue game. Like it's not that serious, and you get to like meet fun people, and like people tend to not get like bad edits either. Like it's not a high risk of being hated. Like obviously there were some people hated over the years, but it's like they were terrible people, and it's pretty easy to not be just a flat out terrible person.
Who I hate on the show are just people who are bad at the game. If you are a bad person and you're really good at Traitors, I might end up liking you if I haven't seen your shit.
That's a good point. Like Tom Sandoval is one of those people. Like
he actually had like a comeback.
He had a come up on Traitors. I thoroughly enjoyed him on Traitors.
He was really funny to watch and make fun of.
Yeah.
And I think that wasn't his intention, but it is what happened.
I agree.
My last submission for Traitors, and this is probably going to be in a similar vein of Sandoval. I want Ramona Singer on that show. I want her.
Veto.
I didn't watch the last
I just feel
seasons of
so
New
bad,
York.
like a bad person.
Oh, 100%. But if you know her, she makes such great TV.
Wait, but isn't she going to be a bad player? Doesn't this go against everything you just said?
No, but I think that she would be like that perfect chaos element because she is. I think she would probably get sent home night one, if anything.
1000% agree.
Like she could maybe have like a Dorinda moment of like everyone just voted for me.
Yeah.
But she's got like the crazy eyes.
Yes.
That people would like. You go on that show, you just act like yourself, but people don't know you, so they think you're being weird.
Yeah.
I think that would.
But with celebrities too, you know a little bit about people that it kind of tends to lead you to be like, if Ramona didn't have crazy eyes, I think they would be like, she's being too chill. You know, like everything's used against you, especially in those early days where you have no data, even if it's wrong data to go off of.
I mean, that was basically why they were like, Lisa Rinna, you gotta go because you're obviously a traitor since you're not going 100%.
I know
against anybody else right now, and that's definitely what she would have done.
But she was such a good persona on there.
I just think Ramona, great social game.
Yeah,
she has so many friends. She's always having a birthday. Every year she has a birthday party that she wants to throw for herself.
Jesus,
where she invites all her girlfriends, all her like 100 really close girlfriends. So she, you know that she could maybe like do well socially in the house, but then she just has these moments of like, I don't know, insanity where she like will just go for somebody, like she'll just attack them, and I think that would add a really great element.
Are you gonna watch the like civilians version that's coming out this fall?
100%.
I guess our group chat's gonna go back to the turret.
It should. I'm tired of of houses.
Yeah.
Put me back in the cast.
I like that we always name it after the location.
Place. Yeah. Because I don't even know what Shore House is.
It's because we were gonna watch Jersey Shore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They don't have a better name for it?
No, it's called the Shore House.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think Jersey Shore is tough for us to do and go back and watch a bunch of seasons. We've been watching something that's live or one season at a time. Yeah. So that's a bigger commitment that I think we're gonna make in our friend group to rewatch all of Jersey Shore. And then we just need to do other shows that are happening live, and that's where our location is.
Yeah. Everyone's very pro Jersey Shore right now.
Like, we are really into
a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, wait, let's talk about our last location, which was the villa and Casa when we were in Casa More for Love Island season 8. I know I just did a deep dive with Alicia on this topic, but I want to hear your hot takes.
On Love Island?
On Love Island.
Okay. Well, Kinsey, she was right the whole time. She never did a wrong thing. People were so mad at her for what?
Yeah. For exploring, which is the name of the game.
Exactly.
The puritanical culture we get in this where somehow you can't kiss someone is kind of crazy when you're not dating these people.
Mm-hmm.
I will say she was messy though. We do have to admit that. And that's okay.
I don't think she was messy in the way that people were comparing her to Sincere.
That was crazy.
She was not ever deceptive.
She
never led. I think Caleb said, "Oh, she led me on." She didn't tell you, "I'm going to choose you."
I know.
She just said, "I like you."
Yeah, and I genuinely think she did.
Her deception was just that I think that she wanted to say things that were nice to them.
I agree.
But she didn't genuinely feel that way.
I think she was playing the game of it all. And Alicia and I talked about this, that you have, I think, a hope for finding love. A good chunk of these people do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a benefit. That's a cherry on top in this experience. But the real core thing that these people want is an influencer career after. So they're trying to stay in the house for 6 weeks and basically not get eliminated, quote unquote. And so you're trying to make sure that your odds are better of being picked. And so you're telling both guys, in this instance, Corbin and Caleb, I do like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if she genuinely did not want to kiss them, did not want to flirt with them, did not like them at all, I think she would tell them. I think most people would, because who wants to be around someone they don't like? But so I genuinely think she did like them.
Yeah.
But she's just increasing her odds of wanting to be picked. And then whenever the decision's in her hand, she's going to go with whatever strong is.
I can see that. I think a lot of people played it that way this season too.
Yes. It's a very safe option, but it's also harder when you just don't have a lot of bombshells or like people in the villa to really like put your eggs in multiple baskets.
Yeah.
And so if everybody kind of like closes off and has one person, it's a lot riskier to try to play between two people.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't really want to move pairings if you're just
It's
gonna
a
get kicked out
huge
for it.
risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas UK, they bring in so many more people and everybody in the early stages is talking to 2 or 3 people
Mhm.
that like it's not as risky because everybody could kind of like switch and move in those early weeks. And
Yeah.
so it's like worth to kind of like play a little bit riskier of a strategy. And a lot less people go home early on. Or like if there's, let's say, 12 people in the villa, one person's gonna go home. You're more inclined to be a little bit riskier versus like 8 people in the villa and one person's gonna go home.
Yeah. I think in the same way, like, Casey was doing exactly that with Anaya. Like, he kept her because she was his safe option,
Exactly.
and she even said that, and he was like, "That's not what happened." "Yes, it is."
Yes. And that's the thing is you just have to admit it. Like
Yeah.
and it's okay to admit it in a polite way and say, I had nobody else. You were my best option.
Right.
I was trying to pursue this because you were the only person I did see
Mhm.
something with. His mistake was lying and saying he didn't want to like go after Soul
Yeah.
and not pursuing that and then blaming her for not pursuing it.
Mhm. And I think people in this show should pursue more. Like, they need to not settle down so quickly. That was the one thing with the
Yeah.
season that I was kinda
They didn't do enough
tired of.
dates.
Yeah.
Like real pursuing, not just these make out every person makes out on a giant ass
Yeah.
bed.
Oh, that actually the level of people making out this season really pissed me off because I think, especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
it was so much of the episodes, and they even put a poll out on the app asking people how they felt about it, and everyone said there's too much kissing. And it's because
I didn't even notice that.
yeah, oh, I saw it, and I was like, I'm glad that America agrees because
Yeah.
clearly, like, people are kissing because they know that's gonna get aired.
Mhm.
Like, they're like, "I have to make the cut somehow, so let
Yeah.
me just make out with my partner." But, like, I'm tired of that, and it doesn't show genuine connection to me.
That's the thing is I feel like their editing was really off this season. Like
Yeah.
we didn't get to really see any connection, whether it was romantic or friendship. Like
Mhm.
I have no idea where any of these people stand.
I mean, the most connection there was Zach and Bryce.
Yeah.
didn't
And
even talk about
we
them.
saw every moment of
Yeah.
that. They
Is
really
it
leaned in
I
hard
is
to
it,
that.
libel or is it slander to say Zach is gay? Is it can I go out come out publicly and claim that without getting sued?
Yes, you can absolutely.
Alright, he's gay.
In your opinion, yes.
He's gay in my express opinion, and I don't represent this show whatsoever. That man is gay. Sorry.
You do represent this show because I also believe that. But now that he's out of the villa, I'm like, all right, it's your life to live. I'm not gonna like hound you over
Yeah.
this. Like it's I always say when
Has
we
he posted? I haven't seen anything.
he's posted like a video like thanks for the support, whatever.
Oh.
But not about being gay.
Bro, you're gay.
I always say this that like anytime scandal or like discomfort or disagreements happen, I will always say I'm saying with my chest on my podcast, on my platform. I think it's so weird when people go to that person's platform and is like in his comments, in his DMs, like leave him alone.
Yeah.
Like, especially about sexuality. It's like that
Yeah.
is for him to experience and not for me to like force him to do. But I do agree with your
Yeah.
opinions.
I am a gay person. And it's okay for me to say that. So
She actually is. This isn't a joke.
yeah, no. I'm allowed. But I agree.
We have to
like,
know. We
don't-
can't out him.
we can't force him out of the closet. But I can acknowledge
But
that's
Tori's
what I
going into the closet with him and saying, hey, you should
It's
come
like,
out
yeah,
here.
It's okay. Like we've all been there. Like you felt something when you looked at his half mast dick. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
there was something going on and
It's masked as jokes a lot.
Yeah.
And either, even if he's not gay, you're masking all these jokes for something. Like,
Mhm.
you're masking something.
there were so many moments in the season where, yeah, I was like, why did you go out of your way to bring this up?
Mhm.
And also, especially when you see him getting kind of physical with Bryce later on,
yeah.
you can see Bryce just standing there taking it.
I
He doesn't
know.
actively participate. And I think it was at that point where he like overdid it. There's one scene, I can't remember what episode it is, where like Zach makes a joke and then there's just an awkward pause and then it cuts away. And I was like, they could have let that. Like they could have just cut that pause for another couple seconds.
They
but
wanted us to
they
know.
wanted us to know that it's weird.
Yeah.
And he, like Bryce isn't really into it. And I think after that, Zach really like cut it back.
And I think it taking over moments is what frustrated me. At the finale, Trinity and Bryce win, and Zach makes a joke like, "Can I kiss him?" And I'm like,
Exactly.
"This isn't the time.
Yeah. He's
Like, you're making this about
jealous.
you, and
Yeah.
like, it's not about you. You
Mhm.
came in what last place."
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't think I didn't vote for them to be in the finale anyways. Because again, I said, "You're gay, go home."
That can't be the reason. You're gay, go home.
Yeah, I actually just hate
I hate gay people.
Yeah.
Just
I
kidding.
mean, we should have our own gay Love Island.
I
Ariana wants
agree.
it.
I fully agree because even on, God, what was that show? Are You the One?
Yeah.
They did like a queer season. That was really hard because that was based on numbers and like finding your person. And so
It's way more difficult. Yeah.
like the exponential of pairings was way
Right. You
higher
gotta have
with
at
a
least,
queer
like, double
season.
the episodes.
Yeah. But there really should be a queer Love Island.
I think it's logistically kind of hard. It depends. Would you do Love Island or would you do?
I think you should do gay and or
Like
gay men
lesbian?
and lesbian
Yeah.
women, but like do it at the same time in the same thing because you would still have the same type of pairings.
Yeah.
And then they can all be like friends.
The show that we were talking about earlier, which I'm not going to name because we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about.
You can name the show.
All right. My first reality show that I really have a strong memory of was One Shot at Love with Tila Tequila. I don't remember anything about that show being gay, and I think it's because I repressed all of that part. I was like, I'm not supposed to watch this.
We talked about that, and I was like, I thought just the second season had lesbians, but you were like, no, both did.
Yeah, because I watched the first season, and the second season it was double shot with someone else. It was her and her like twin sister.
Yes,
which is crazy.
Wait, so the first season had men and women?
First season, 15 men come in.
Okay.
And then she's like, hi, and they're at whatever mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And then later she brings in the women. And then all these guys are like, why are there a bunch of girls here? And she's like, I'm actually bisexual.
Yes.
It's a weird dynamic because they all live in the house.
Yes.
And the men, like some of them I think are into some of the women who obviously are not into them.
Yeah.
Because most of the women are fully lesbians. And it's like a weird dynamic because then they're also fighting. Like the moment that I remember was like this random guy punching other contestants and then getting thrown out of the house and going, Tila, Tila. And that stuck with me for a long time. But I erased the gay part because I was like, my brain's not supposed to know about
these conservative values that we're trying to instill in us.
Hard. I think I said if I forget it, it's like it never happened.
Truly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's run through our last hot takes with Summer House.
Right.
We have to air some things out, Tori. We have to publicly shame you so you can publicly apologize.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, like I mentioned, Tori and I are part of a group chat where we talk about everything. Summer House was a big focus. Tori did not watch Summer House, but the other participants in this group chat did. So we obviously went through the beginning of season 10. Our friend Lynn May started watching Summer House at season 8 to catch up to season 10 before the scandal. Me and friend of the podcast, Jill, boots on the ground every season, obsessed with Summer House. And then the scandal obviously happens, the reunion films, the leaked audio happens.
Mm-hmm.
Tori listens to the leaked audio and says this. As someone who doesn't watch this show but has heard all these leaks, I don't really like Sierra either. She seems mean. And I said, Tori, that's an insane take from all of this. And you said, outside perspective to keep you grounded. And I'm pretty sure we all followed up with, do not ground us. No.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of hate for that.
Yeah.
For that opinion.
Rightfully so.
You didn't mention that I sent this text at 8 a.m.
Okay, I could not remember the time because I just have a screenshot. It was early.
It was 8 a.m.
I was pissed.
I woke up, picked up my phone. That was the first
and
thing
you chose
I did.
violence.
Yeah, I did, honestly. I think I was in a bad mood that day or something. And like Mary said, I don't watch this show.
No.
I didn't have really any background other than stuff you guys had said. And I wasn't taking it seriously.
100% agree.
I was just tired. I was tired of hearing about it every day. So I came in with a very hot take that I knew would just piss all of you off. And I did my job and I succeeded.
You bombshelled?
Yeah, I did bombshell. But then I was like, okay, this seems like a juicy finale.
Yeah.
Like, I decided to go back and watch the latest season. And I did enjoy it, honestly. And I do like Sierra.
The crazy thing is the season of season 10 and the scandal are vastly different.
Yeah.
The season 10 was a really good season.
Yeah. I will never claim to have defended Amanda West.
Yeah.
I said I pity her
You did.
I did say I
It's not
picked
like you
her.
were on Amanda's side. And
Yeah.
you also did not know anything. We really started educating you. Rolls of text followed
I know.
these ones I read off.
It only got worse, unfortunately.
It was like a full hour and a half of
Yeah.
us yelling at Tori, explaining the race dynamics, which you didn't know, the friendship dynamics. So I think, I
didn't really know about like the Sierra and West like history of like the stuff that he had done to her either.
Crazy.
So yeah, like learning all of that after the fact. I think I never really didn't actually like Sierra. I always thought she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just, again, I said.
And you know what? And I've said this to you multiple times since these texts. Sierra was absolutely mean. And anybody saying she wasn't being mean is not being honest. But she should have been meaner.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said she should be meaner. I would have been meaner.
I would have annihilated her.
And when I watched the reunion and she called Amanda a weak woman, I was living for it. Like, I was like, that's one of the best reads I've seen.
Sierra built Amanda's self-esteem up over the last few seasons, and she can tear that shit right down, and she absolutely did.
It was actually really sad watching it. Even someone who doesn't know the history of the show, just seeing them in that season, like, hug each other, say I love you.
I know.
And knowing that, like, deep down, like, these feelings are, like, festering in Amanda, and she's just not acknowledging it, but still, like, playing to other people's faces like everything is the same.
And then acting on it 6 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like while I said the scandal didn't have anything to do with the season, it definitely like references how life is and who they were to each other a lot. And the support of the women. I just still can't believe it happened.
Yeah. My hot take for that season was that Amanda, like, I not knowing background about their relationship, you guys have told me Kyle like sucked in other seasons.
Yes.
Like he was not a great man or husband to her at all. But I could tell just right out of the gate watching that first episode, like she is not emotionally invested in this marriage anymore.
No.
She blamed him for so much and put forth zero effort.
100% agree. Yeah.
So you can't complain about your problems and then not do anything to address them.
You would hate in the city.
Probably.
It is 20 times worse than Summer House, which like that's what I'm enjoying actually about that show. Like we're covering it with dedicated episodes and we're a few weeks delayed. So we're not like the finale just happened for everybody watching live, but we've only watched episode 6 and Amanda is putting no effort in. One of the biggest things is she separates from Kyle, gets her own apartment, and she in theory is looking for a month-to-month lease, fully furnished. So obviously she can just like go in there and then like leave whenever. She decides to get an unfurnished year-long lease. And it's like, girl, just say it out loud. You don't want to be with this man.
For real.
And that's okay. But it's like the weird like toying with it, acting like you're the victim of Kyle when you have full autonomy over whether you stay in this relationship.
100%. The entire season she was basically playing like a victim card and getting people on her side. And I saw him putting forth real effort to try to like make up ground with her.
Yeah.
That she was not giving him. Like anytime like he did like something nice or something like attentive, I feel like she would like scoff.
Yeah.
And she would kind of push him off. And like having a history where someone cheats on you, like I understand that there's gonna be a wall up. But again, you can't say I'm in this marriage and then not put forth any effort.
Alicia and I always say, if you choose to stay with the person who cheated on you, you have to clean slate it. You have to move on. Granted, if they keep cheating on you and keep doing things, you can reference the history of like, you are consistently doing these things to me, but you can't pull the card up every time you're upset in a fight.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. She's not on Summer House season 11. Neither is West. I think she will be on season 2 of In the City to help supplement Kyle's divorce storyline. And therefore West will have some cameos because Bravo, in the statements we got in the press, they weren't directly from Bravo, said that West wouldn't be on Summer House, but could have cameos with Bravo in the future.
Gross.
I think they think we'll forget about this.
My other take coming in to the season was, why did any of you guys ever like him to begin with?
100%.
Because he
Tori.
Earlier I said he was like a hairball.
Yeah.
There's something, I don't know, there's something just gross. Like he's like, I'm not even a hairball from a cat, but like hair like you get out of the shower drain.
Stop.
Like
and you're
that's
right.
the level of gross he is to me.
It's embarrassing to have to explain that. Like, as an audience member, I rode for him and thought highly of him. Because what I'll say is, after season 8, when he fucked with Sierra, And then they had ended somewhat well
Mhm.
at the reunion. Like there was a path forward for them to be friendly and like go back to the house. He did all this press constantly to try to like with the public get back in the good graces. And there was like, and the New York Times article has been referenced, and like that didn't go well. But later, like 6 months after that, like after they'd filmed season 9, he did during the election, he did, you know, articles and interviews about being an ally to the LGBTQ plus community, about being like a liberal king. Like he really worked the audience. And so like having someone so outwardly liberal was such a plus in
Mhm.
Bravo that we all looked past a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But you can tell it was a manipulation tactic now.
Right. I think that as much of an ally as a straight white man wants to be, there's still always going to be a fundamental misunderstanding of like who
Yeah.
gay people really are in your lens. Like you
Yeah.
don't see people as they truly are in that way.
Yeah.
And I don't think even if I saw him or knew him at that time doing that, I don't think I would have liked him.
Yeah, I think doing interviews about being an ally is a very interesting thing
Yeah.
because like I feel like you should just walk the walk. If you have to like talk the talk so publicly,
Mhm.
like what are you doing this for? Why are you centering yourself in your allyship?
Yeah. Hey Wes, if you're listening to this, please shave your nasty mustache.
Please don't. Let Amanda have it. Okay, let's move on
Yeah.
to our final little segment, some movies. You're a proud AMC A-lister with our
Very proud.
friends. And you
Yes.
see a lot of movies. You and I also saw a movie this week. What would you like to talk about first? The movies you didn't see with me or the movie you did?
Let's talk about the one we did see.
Okay. We went to go see One Night Only in a special screening. It comes out August 7th. So we've got, I think, about 2 weeks before everybody can actually see it. But we got to see it early.
Mhm.
Very excited to. I'll take anything free, first off.
Yeah.
I'm down. I didn't have the highest of thoughts about this. I thought it was just gonna be a dumb, good rom-com movie. The concept, I was like, this conservative agenda where people can't have sex is crazy. If you
Mhm.
haven't watched the trailer, go watch the trailer. We'll kind of explain a lot of the concept, but the idea is that you can have sex for 364 days, and then 1 day a year, everybody single, which means not married, gets to have sex. It's like the purge for sex from 7 p.m. to like 7 a.m.
Mhm.
And it really bases around 2 people, the guy, Callum Turner's character,
Owen, right?
Owen,
Yeah.
and then Monica's character, is that her name?
Yeah.
Monica Barbaro?
Yeah.
What was her character's name? Fuck. It doesn't matter.
It was like a basic girl name,
It
like
was.
Megan or
Yeah.
Hannah or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Shit. Either way.
We're just gonna call her Monica.
Yes. Monica and Callum.
Yeah.
They like keep running into each other, and we saw that like there was going to be a karaoke scene, and one of your big comments before we went in was like, God, if he falls in love with her when she sings, it's going to piss me off. But they really didn't fall in love until like the very end. I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. It really led comedy in this
It did.
crazy concept world, and then they obviously end up falling in love
Yeah.
in the end.
He was making hard eyes at her.
He
He
he thought she was hot.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in love with
100%.
her.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the basis of the movie, was like he clearly just wanted to hook up and she wanted like something more.
Yes.
And that's why
Yeah.
he low key kind of follows her around the movie and it's just like a puppy dog, just like, have sex with me, please.
I think he is kind of, and I mean this in a slightly endearing way, not the like toxic male way that we see a lot now, is like he doesn't have a plan. Like he just like needs somebody to make the decision for him.
Yeah.
And I think it's because this is like one crazy night where
Mhm.
he's in a relationship, which I didn't know from the trailer. And so his girlfriend, who he wanted to propose to, ends up saying, actually, I want to fuck someone else before we get married. I'm going to go bang someone else on this one night.
She didn't even know that he was proposing.
No.
Yeah.
No. She was like, let me have one get out of jail free card on
Mhm.
the one night we can sleep with someone, which, by the way, she could have also banged the neighbor and Callum.
Yeah, she could have just been like, hey, I gotta go get some water real quick, and then just go down to his apartment.
True. But so she decides to go sleep with the neighbor, and he gets a hall pass too. And so he just wants a quick fuck. But yeah, Monica's character wants to fall in love.
Yeah.
She wants it to mean something.
Yeah. You know, one thing I really liked about this movie?
What?
Decent cameos.
Really good cameos.
Yeah. Julia Fox was
Julia
expecting her.
And like in a good way.
She
I
looked
think they made
hot.
sense
Yeah.
to who the actor was in their vibe.
Mhm.
They didn't just like throw people in to throw people in. Like
Yeah. I
Megan
would
Fox,
think maybe one person was
or
just thrown
not
in there.
Megan. Who?
Julia Fox. Pete Davidson. Especially 'cause
Okay,
he wasn't in that movie at all to like play any character relevant,
but
it was a cop.
but I feel like it was so his personality.
It
The New
was.
York guy being a
Yeah.
cop, shooting a TV show. He wasn't even a real
I
cop.
know.
That
I
one was
like,
funny.
I was thinking they were gonna do some sort of joke about his big dick, like, and
Mm.
they yeah, not one mention of it afterwards.
Yeah, who else was there?
Well, we had not cameos, but like teases of other people too, because
Oh
the
yeah.
neighbor guy was supposed to be what's his name, blonde man.
Glenn.
Glenn Powell.
Yes.
And then while Callum is swiping through the app, he sees Sydney Sweeney,
Yes.
who, by the way, got a very big groan.
Yes, and I really loved
Everyone
it.
went, ugh.
I will say this movie, maybe it was just because we were in like a screening and like people clearly really wanted to be there. Like
Yeah.
it was a little bit different than a normal movie like
Mhm.
crowd. It was kind of an interactive crowd, which I think made it funnier. Like the crowd was laughing. Like the lady next to me was making the best comments. Like
Mhm.
people were kind of talking in it, and I felt like it was a really good like fun group.
Yeah, I typically don't like a very chatty theater.
Neither
but
do
that was
I.
a good movie for it.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever wanted it.
Yeah. No, that one I would give it a solid 4.
Me too. That's what I gave it in my TikTok review. I had fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, I think because it led comedy and mainly was comedy early on,
Mhm.
I think it did well. I think the script was written really well, and how they deliver the lines, I think, is always key in comedy. And I
Agreed.
think these actors did it really well.
I've streamed the song Payphone about 10 times.
That the music tracks, incredible.
Yeah. Except for the song that she sings at karaoke. That could have been different.
But I think it was meant to be bad.
I think
Also, it wasn't karaoke.
I mean, it might as well have
It
been.
basically was, but
Yeah.
other people were professional singers singing, and she went up and did karaoke,
Yeah.
basically.
There was just an empty stage with a full band sitting and waiting.
And they were like, "Get up there, girl!"
Yeah. Get up here and sing. Yeah, no, we also discussed this, but I'm so glad that they made her like fake vision of like people waving their phones. Like, I'm so
Oh.
glad that wasn't real, because that would have pissed me
I
off.
think I could tell because they had a real musician, playing
Yeah.
before. And people were like into it, but like nobody gave a shit. So it's like, why is everybody gonna put their
I
phones
know.
up for this random bitch doing karaoke
Exactly.
who's not doing well?
Yeah. I would have picked so many other songs before
Yeah.
whatever the one she sang was.
I don't even remember what it was.
All I wanted was you, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of High School Musical.
because the problem is I can only hear her ad jingles because she's
Yeah.
not. I don't think she writes the jingles, thank
She just
God,
sings
but
the
she sings
jingles.
them. That's
Yeah.
her career.
Yeah. I mean, really great use of the Sarah Bareilles song there.
Really great use.
Yeah. And like I said, Payphone also is just a little drop of like, that's pure gold
Yeah.
for me. I really don't think, I'm not a big Maroon 5 fan,
Yeah.
but God, I love that fucking song. It's such a good one because it never gets played. And then when
Yeah.
you hear it again, you're like, it's the first time I'm hearing this.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I don't need it anymore.
Mhm.
I need it exactly when they put it in the right place.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Hopefully we get to see more movies and some early screenings.
Well, you got to get your A-lister.
Oh, yes. Or like you have another group chat. My version of the reality TV chat, you guys have an AMC chat. So
Yeah.
you said it's $30 for a month.
$30 a month, 4 movies a week.
Max, which is
Yeah.
what,
Which is
12
already
a
too
month?
many. Yeah. Well,
I'm in.
I would say 16.
Oh.
We're gonna
It is 16.
redo that. Cut that.
Cut that
I
math.
was
Cut that
about to
math.
be like,
Shit. Okay, the max I think I would see is 12. How about
Yeah.
that?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of how many. There was one movie that I saw. I don't want to out myself for what it was, but I saw it 4 times.
The movie?
Yeah.
And you know what? If it's free, you might as well.
Exactly. And it was really,
Tell me the movie. Come on.
you're going to laugh.
Share with the
at me.
class.
You're going to laugh. It's not, okay. It came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
It's the Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh my, I've never seen that in my life, Tori.
Yeah. And you're missing out.
Okay.
Because I just have like a special, appreciation of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And that movie was really good. And I think I just had nothing to do.
That's fine.
And then some of the other times I saw it, I did take Jill with me to one, and I took another friend to a different one because I was like, "You should see this movie.
I'm
and you're only going to
obsessed.
go see it with me, so I'll go see
I
it again."
love that.
The music in that also really great. The plot great.
Listen, there
many
is
funny
no shame
references.
in what you're
Yeah.
watching. I will never shame anybody for anything they watch. I watch an obscene
Yeah.
amount of things.
Well, when you get A-lister, do you want to go see Minions and Monsters?
What is that?
The new Minions movie.
I don't think I've seen the other Minions movies.
I haven't seen any of them. Honestly, that one just seems like it would be not that bad based on
Not that bad. I'm dying.
trailer. There's a very like big split in our AMC group chat of people who are like okay with like seeing the kid movies. Like
Yeah.
Lin May really is like down to see that, and Katie doesn't want to,
Mhm.
and vice versa. Katie really loves a horror movie, and she doesn't want to watch any of the kids ones. And
Okay.
Lin May hates horror movies.
I
so
hate horror movies, so I'm gonna be on Lin
Honestly,
May's side.
I would watch all of them. So that's why you didn't see Obsession, because
Yeah,
well, it's on streaming now, so you don't even need to
I'm
go to
okay.
AMC. It's good.
I bet. Okay, wait. So you watched some other movies this week?
Yeah, so this past week I watched Obsession.
Yep.
And I watched The Invite, which I would both say those are 5-star movies.
Okay.
Yeah. I think The Invite was probably the top for me for that group, just because it felt more real.
Yeah.
Like the characters felt like real people. Olivia Wilde was like an amazing director for that. Everything about that movie was honestly perfect.
I've heard it's really good.
It's so funny.
to the point where even Harry Styles went and snuck in to go watch her.
The type of humor is like they're just having like regular conversations.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be funny, but it's those little moments.
Yeah.
Like there's one moment where they kind of split up in their couples. So like Seth Rogen and Penelope Cruz go off to like the side,
Mhm.
and they're kind of like smoking weed and like talking about like his wife, and
Yeah.
and, like Edward Norton and Olivia Wilde, like she's giving him like a house tour and she's just doing too much.
Oh
Like
my
she's like,
God.
yeah, these are original tile floors, and then she's
He's
like
like, "I
standing in the
don't
shower,
care."
and he's like, oh, I actually really like rugs. But like Seth Rogen is just like talking shit with Penelope Cruz, and he's like, Pina. I forget what her name is. I don't know if it's Pina. It's something like that. But he's just like, oh my God, Pina. And it's just like I think like the affectation of the way they talk is so funny.
Yeah.
She gives him all these looks throughout the movie of like, you better not fucking say that. And you can
God, I
read
just
in her
love
eyes.
good acting. I feel like
Yeah.
we're in an acting crisis where people are just hot rather than good actors.
100%. And they're all hot and good actors.
Yeah.
I think that's the older generation of actors. Like you had to really bust your chops back in the day to
Yes.
get that kind of role.
Mhm.
And nowadays it's like, oh, we cast by Instagram followers. So-
That is like who's going to be able to
and, like,
promote this
who do
movie to
you
the
know?
masses.
Yeah,
Whereas,
exactly.
that old school, I'll say grouping, they all came up as actors and then are also becoming producers and writers and directors. And so then they like understand it even more. So like Olivia Wilde being able to, you said she directed it, right?
Yeah.
And then the being able to do it all, I
Mhm.
feel like sheds a better light in how you act once you just like are behind the screen or behind the camera a little more too.
Yeah. That movie, roller coaster, takes you
Really?
all over the place. They start out fighting, then the couple comes over, and then they're obviously into like group sex and stuff, but they don't really say it right away. So
Yeah.
there's just this awkward like conversation.
I
And
want it to like
then-
sit in the awkwardness. Like I want
Yeah.
you to make me
You
feel
really sit in
awkward.
it.
I don't want you to tell me they're awkward.
There's a lot of the movie where they're just sitting in it. And
Love.
once it's revealed, even though Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde are fucking at each other's throats for the majority of the movie, once Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz go, oh yeah, we actually like to have sex with other people, and sometimes we bring in a third, sometimes we go to big parties or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Seth and Olivia both peel off to a different room, and they're like, hold on, we gotta
Wait a minute.
we
Let's
gotta
discuss.
like just like briefly like talk about this.
We need
And
to
then they
check
kinda
in
get-
us.
and then they get really like giddy, and they're like almost like they like each other again. And then they're like, okay, maybe we'll do it.
You gotta like pretend we're
Well,
like not that excited about it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that one loved.
Okay. When I sign up
Obsession.
for AMC,
Yeah.
I'll watch The Invite.
I mean, you better do it fast because I don't know how much longer.
Okay, why do movies not sit in theaters?
Because it's not as profitable.
I guess. I just feel like you get 5 minutes to see a movie
Yeah.
and then it's on a streaming site.
Mhm.
So then it tends to lead me to not go to the movies because I'm like scheduling wise, if I can't do it right now, like let me just wait 2 weeks and it'll be free for me anyways.
I don't know. as someone who doesn't necessarily like going to the movies, like
Mhm.
I only got back into this because I was
Of the group.
forced.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were forced to
They
get the
really
AMC again.
said we're not going to talk to you unless
Yeah,
you go to the
yeah.
movies with us. And it was such an exclusive group chat that I was like, fine,
I know.
guess I'll join.
It's a cult-like following in that
is,
group.
yeah. But like I don't mind that stuff is on streaming because there's some stuff that I'm like, I don't care enough to go
Out of my
sit
way,
TV and
yeah,
watch
like
it.
there are a lot of movies produced these days that are just sit on my couch, stream them
Yeah.
vibes.
I know, and even if I have to, like, I'm getting a free movie because of AMC, but I still have to pay for parking. I have to pay for my snacks.
Yeah,
There's still money that goes into going to a theater.
and that's what they want.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm like, I can wait for certain ones. Like I honestly wish I did see Obsession in theaters,
Yeah.
but I waited for streaming for that one.
Wait,
And then I watched it at midnight by myself in my apartment.
you know what we forgot to talk about with One Night Only?
Yeah.
Our big question after the movie.
Oh my God. Yes, that's right.
Okay, Tori and I were discussing. We were like, how did this world come to be? Like, how did lawmakers pass this like no sex for single people?
Mhm.
Who's benefiting from this? Because to pass this conservative agenda, someone's got to profit from it.
Yeah.
We discussed like, oh, the condom industry, but I
Yeah.
was like, no,
I was like, big pharma, big condoms.
like who's benefiting? I said, no, nobody's having sex. Yeah, they're using because you're forced to use condoms on the night.
Yeah.
But like people would use condoms way more 365 days a year,
Mhm.
even if only like a third of the population was having sex.
Yeah. Then just one night.
One night of everybody.
Although every store was sold out of condoms. I think on that night, surge prices.
I was about to say, they did.
Yeah,
The
they
convenience
brought
stores
them
were making tons off of the condoms, but the
true.
condom makers may not have been making a ton.
It's actually Big Bodega, not Big.
The Big Bodega is
Big Bodega is the biggest.
They didn't realize they were just gonna rake it in.
Yeah. $200 for one condom.
I guess it's Big Bodega.
Mhm. I would steal it too. Hell.
Because it's not even like it's, you know, the family values. Because like we're not having kids out of wedlock here, clearly.
Right. But the rest of the year, Big Bridal.
Big Bridal for sure. 364.
Yeah.
Big Bodega one night.
100%.
You're so right. Big Bridal for sure, because I would get married if I couldn't have sex.
I could wait.
I don't think I'd get married like, at 18 when I got my chip implanted. But I think if I met someone I genuinely liked, like the Monica character, she was like, I want to meet someone and I want to care. I feel like I would be like, let me find someone every other day of this year. And if I like them and I'm dating them for like a year and I've only been able to have sex with them once, let's just get engaged. Like, how many divorces do you get in this world is my real question.
Yeah, they didn't really answer that.
Because if I were to date someone for 4 years, I might as well marry you and be able to bang you.
Big divorce lawyer.
Oh,
divorce lawyers are making a ton of
big
money.
bridal, big divorce.
Yeah, it's the whole cycle.
It's the cycle.
Of it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They want to get married just so they can have sex, and they realize the sex is bad, and then they get divorced.
Yeah, I will say, I think I wouldn't get married so quickly to never have had sex with this person.
Mm-hmm.
I would one night only them and then be like, all right, if we're just still together, let's just make it official.
But what if it was just okay and you were like, well, maybe that was because it was like one time, you know?
Yeah, but like if we've been yearning for this for a year and we can't have good sex.
Yeah, then
because it's not like we're hammered and just sloppy.
That's true.
We've been building this up.
Yeah.
We're eating omakase and throwing them on the sidewalk.
I honestly don't know. Part of me is like, I think I would like to live in this world. Like, just for
that is the hottest take of the day.
Only because I'm already kind of living that life.
This is Hot Takes with Tori, everybody.
Welcome to my podcast. But I feel like we are already living in a society where people don't fuck anymore. People
as much, yeah.
People our age, Gen Z,
I think
not
because the stigma is way down, especially on girls. Like you can sleep around as much as you want, and majority of us are not, outside of the conservative agenda after us. But like, I don't feel the need to just sleep with people to sleep with people.
And
I guess I am living one night only.
You are.
Not, I mean, I'm sleeping with people a little bit more than one night, but yeah.
I've had mine for the year and that's it. So
yeah, I'm I've had one for the year.
And we're done.
One
That's
partner
it.
for the
That's
year.
it.
Yeah.
You can't do any more.
I
than that.
can't do anymore.
No, we have to make it
Okay,
for the rest of the year.
hear me out.
nothing.
I feel like it should be, you know how flight attendants get like a buddy pass? I think you should have to register one person you could have sex with, and you could have sex with that person as much as you want in the year.
What's this buddy pass? You can fuck other flight attendants?
No.
Oh.
They
I'm like, what are you talking about?
not sex. I'm saying like they get flights. Like if I was a flight
you get to
attendant,
choose.
you
I see. Okay. That was a very
Sorry, that was
difficult segue.
yeah, not a good analogy when I didn't say all the words. What are these flight attendants fucking? No sex. I mean, like you just pick someone to make your buddy.
Yeah.
So like in this one night only world, you pick one person to register as your person, and so because they're chipped, that like if your sensors are together, that's not an issue.
I think I'm just thought of this. There should be some special exceptions.
Yeah.
What if you're in prison?
No conjugal visits. Well, unless you're married.
But just that one day? That would be overflow of the system.
But here's the problem:
what about
is
if you're on death row? Can you fuck someone before you?
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
is we did learn the punishment system that you can't have sex on the one night if you've had sex any of the other days.
That's true.
And so, like, if you're on death row, it's worth getting in trouble for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die anyways. But the problem is getting the person to you.
Yeah.
Because like conjugal visits wouldn't exist.
Well, in my mind, the death row last meal, you also get
A last fuck.
Yeah, you get a last fuck. I would want that, especially.
I agree.
Honestly, they should let people have that right now. We live in a society where people get a good last meal, but they don't get to have the warm embrace of someone who loves them.
You're so right.
That's a really hard way to go out of this world.
That is. Even if it like they don't have sex, like just one last night where you like sleep in a room with somebody you care about.
Yeah.
Like,
God, the prison system is so fun. Let's not get into that.
No, that's not. Those aren't the hot takes from Tori. We're gonna discuss. Okay. Anything else with movies?
Well, you don't want to talk about it, but obsession.
No, talk about it.
Okay.
I just can't.
I know.
Help.
I watched this movie and it made me really mad, but
Why?
that was the point.
Spoil it for me.
Okay.
Spoiler alerts full on for this one.
For all
Spoil
the
the whole thing.
Yeah. So
I feel like the other ones didn't have spoilers. Major ones.
Yeah. So the movie is, there's this girl, Nikki.
Okay.
She's really cool. She's just a normal girl. And there's this guy, Bear. They work together at a music store.
Okay.
He really likes her, but he wants to confess to her. And we open on the scene where he's practicing his confession. And it comes out kind of sweet.
What's the confession?
The confession is just, I've liked you since
I'm thinking he killed someone.
No. He's just confessing his
Sorry, we went from death row into
confession. Back into
this
love
is
again.
kind of like the flight attendant comparison.
So he really likes her. He wants to confess.
Yeah.
But he can't man up and do it.
Okay. I see we're right. The movie's name is Obsession.
Yeah.
So he's obsessed.
He goes to like a kind of like, I don't know, gym store or whatever, just to, like buy her a present. Ends up not getting a necklace that he thinks that she would like. He gets a wish bone or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And he wants to give it to her again. Too much of a pussy to do it. And I don't want to use that word derogatorily, but like that's what he is.
Yeah. He has no balls.
Yeah.
Let's use that derogatory.
He has no balls. Absolutely zero balls. And he doesn't give this to her because he's too shy to even do it. She even asks him, "Do you like me?" And he says, "We're just good friends." Which is like, you had the
opening.
And then he makes his wish and he says, "I wish she loved me more than anybody else in the whole world." And that's like the premise of the movie.
This sounds like it's not gonna go well.
No, he wishes that she loves him. She immediately like comes back out of her house after he drops her off and is like, "I don't want to sleep alone tonight. I'm really sad. Like my dad has cancer and I just feel like I can't be by myself." And she like already is like kind of off from where we originally like knew and met her, which we didn't get much on her backstory at all.
Yeah.
Turns out dad didn't even have cancer. That was a lie. She was just wanted to get just to be with him. They start.
Wait, so she's equally obsessed with him as he is
after
with her?
He wishes.
Oh,
she would love him.
Spell put on her.
Yeah. So she's basically got this spell put on her. But the thing is that you realize slowly throughout the movie, it was very obvious to me because I really love this like trope.
Yeah.
But that was never her. After the wish happened, it was a completely different person in that body. Like some demon from hell who was like in love with him.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wanted. He wanted
He
this girl.
overrided who she was and her personality and
Yes,
everything
exactly.
in order to get what he wanted,
Exactly.
basically.
So
but
then-
he doesn't know that fully.
Not really.
He just thinks she who I loved prior now is
acting like
obsessed.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she starts doing these things that are like, I mean, it's a horror movie, so it's like more crazy and crazy and crazy.
Yeah.
And he calls like a contact us number on the back of the box of the thing and is like, undo it. And they're like, we can't do that. And he's like, and the guy on the phone says, do you want to talk to her?
Shut the fuck
And he's
up.
like, what? And then you just hear her in the background screaming.
The actual girl?
Yeah. And then
that's when he realizes like it's not her in her body.
I think he like knows, but he doesn't want to acknowledge it. So he just immediately,
because then he would have the guilt too that he
Exactly.
just did this.
They also say the only way for you to like cancel this wish is if you die. So you just got to live with it, bro. Like you can't undo it.
Wait, he has to die?
The guy who made the wish has to die, Bear. He has to die. And so that's the point where you kill yourself, buddy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But can you
should kill
imagine
yourself.
if a mistake you made, the only way to fix it would be to kill yourself?
Yeah. I mean, very hard. And like we said, he has no balls. So
Yeah.
that's the moral of the story, is that he the entire time is like lying to everyone he knows, because like there's like a girl who likes him at the like music store and like his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, she's just been going through a lot with her dad, who she doesn't even like, who has cancer and all this other shit. And they're like, it seems like you're like emotionally taking advantage of her right now in this moment while she's like grieving something or going through something.
I love them calling him out.
Yeah. But then like because she starts to get weirder and weirder, it kind of flips onto her taking advantage of him.
Gotcha.
It's like a weird dynamic. And the girl that he likes, this is just full spoilers, I'm just explaining.
No, go for it.
She picks him up in the like middle of the night. Like he like texts her.
Yeah.
She's like, meet me. She wants to go to this art school to like be good at tattoos or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna open my letter. Like, come to the park and meet me. He gets out of bed with her, with Nikki, the main girl. Like at this point, she's been acting real crazy. She like duct taped their door shut. She like cooked his like dead cat into a sandwich for him, and he ate it.
Did he know?
She put a little note on the box that said, how do you feel about cat, after he had already taken a bite, and then he threw up. And he gets out of bed, he slinks out of bed to try to go meet up with this other girl, and you just hear her, the girl's asleep, she's fully asleep, but you just hear her whisper like, please kill me, like, Bear, please.
That's actually so sad.
And she's like, she's saying like, the demon is away, this is me right now, please like put me out of my misery. And he can't do it, and he says, is it really so bad to be with me? That's his fucking response.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, he's the fucking worst.
Absolutely.
One of the worst characters.
It's like you start to feel bad for him a little bit, because obviously like it's the extreme with the obsession, but like you brought this on yourself.
Exactly.
And you know the way out, whether it's killing her or yourself.
Right.
And then you're going to get mad at her for something you forced onto her too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
He had me. It's kind of like Wes Wilson.
Yeah.
You had me there.
No, you cannot feel bad for this man, because everything is his fault that happens to him.
And he's a little bitch who won't actually like do anything to fix it, both before the obsession and after.
Exactly. The end of this movie, so
yeah, major spoiler here.
Yeah, major spoiler. Nikki ends up killing the girl that likes him.
Okay.
Who he was about to make out with if she had not come and killed her. She kills her. She ends up killing the friend, Ian.
Okay.
And then like it's them in their house together. Like this is like the final scene. And he had gone to the store to get an extra wish, because he was going to try to have someone else wish to undo everything that he had done.
I don't know if that would work, but
they said you only get one wish, so he can't do it, but he can ask someone else.
Yeah. Okay.
So he tries to give it to his friend Ian. He has two. He gives one to his friend, and the guy says, I don't believe you. I wish for $1 billion. And then he just gets like showered on with money. And then he was like, fuck you. And then goes home to this girl, Nikki. And he's like thinking about giving it to her to make the wish for him. Cause she's like, I would do anything for you. But she's also kind of like insane at this point, and I personally would not believe it. He doesn't even attempt. They don't even show him making an attempt to give it to her. But he just like goes to the bathroom. He says, I think I have to kill myself now. She had already, at this point, like Ian had come by. She somehow has a gun, shoots Ian, and then they're like cuddling on the couch. He takes the gun and he says, I have to go to the bathroom. And then when you see him put it in his mouth, like adjust the angle because if you shoot out the back, you don't die. You got to shoot it through the top. Pro tip.
Notes for the group.
Yeah, notes for everyone, all our listeners out there. You can't shoot yourself through the throat. You got to go through the brain. Anyways, he cannot do it because he has no balls.
He's a bitch.
He has no balls. So he opens up the cabinet to his bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
Takes out a bunch of pills, swallows a bunch of pills.
Okay.
And then immediately is like, I gotta make myself throw up.
Yeah, of course he would.
Because he has no balls.
Yeah.
And then suddenly his demeanor changes. She had found that wishbone thing, used it to make him as in love with her as she was with him. He walks out of the bathroom, still having not thrown up the pills. They like have like this really like warm embrace, and then he fucking like vomits up like fizz and just like dies in her arms. And at this point, she's like disgusting. She's covered in blood. She had earlier at our party like fucked up her face real bad with a bottle on purpose. Like lots of shit had happened. He fucking dies in her arms. She comes back and she just screams. And that's the fucking end of the movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love a horror movie. You should really
I get really scared. So
there's a lot of like, I think really, I don't know, not so subtle messages, but stuff that's really important that was said in this movie.
Yeah.
About female autonomy, like how it's just the idea that he had of her. Like he sees her in the beginning give like $20 to a homeless man.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh my God, she's the greatest person ever. And it's like, you actually truly did not know that girl.
Yeah.
We as an audience didn't know her. I think we knew her the exact amount that you did. And as soon as like you made that wish, she was a different person and she wasn't who she was before. And you can't say that you loved her.
If you want to change everything about her. Because if you really loved her, you have to accept that she may not love you.
Exactly.
Because part of loving someone is setting them free and like them having free will.
Yeah. We have a mutual male friend who I'm not going to name because he said some stuff to me about this movie that I don't agree with. He said,
"You're gonna have to tell me after the fact."
I will. I think you know who it is.
I think so
our
too.
Most controversial guy. Right?
Yep.
He said that everyone in the movie sucked, and I was like, and that there was no like character progression. And I talked to him, and I said, "What do you mean everybody?"
Yeah.
Because like, sure,
that's a hot take.
Yeah. Oh, it was. And I said, "Explain yourself." And he was like, "Oh, well, the friend like was kind of like, she knew what she was doing by asking him to come to the park in the middle of the night." And like we find out in the movie too that Nikki, the main girl, like she had actually been hooking up with his best friend Ian, like on and off for months. And I'm like, that doesn't make her bad though.
No.
And if anything, it makes your friend shitty because he helped you practice your confession to her.
Yeah.
While he was
I was about to say it's on the
her.
friends.
Yeah.
If like she didn't have feelings for what's this main guy's name?
Bear.
Like she didn't owe him anything.
No.
It seems like the friend owed Bear
exactly.
something.
And I think he was like, well, she knew that he maybe had feelings for her. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, but that's knowing something and then bearing responsibility for it is two different things.
Yeah. I think
interesting.
The movie itself is really interesting because I feel like from like your perspective, like I for sure watched that movie from Nikki's perspective.
Yeah.
But I think most men would watch that through the eyes of Bear.
Yeah.
And they see, okay, he's not a good guy.
Well, they see the like rejection they get when they like someone and want somebody to want them, and they like understand that perspective. And it's like, it's okay to feel those feelings, but then it's like what you do with those and the next steps you take. And clearly like this was not okay.
Yeah. And no shade to our guy friend, because
all the shade in the world.
I think that like I felt kind of enlightened by that conversation because I was like, I don't think I would have watched this and thought, oh yeah, the girls did anything wrong.
I think it shows you the perspective differences, like you said, of how you go in and watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think guys see it from a completely different lens. And I see it as like, imagine being trapped in your own body and you have to witness everything that happens to you and you don't have any control over yourself.
Be so scary.
He has sex with this girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like, what level, like that's sexual assault. That's yeah.
But it's like also it's layered because it's not like it's not like he's doing it to assault her.
Yeah.
He like the demon is obsessed with him, so he's probably getting verbal cues of it. But then you have this alter ego mind in there that is being assaulted.
This knowing in the back of your head that it's not right. This is girl.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like you.
But it's wanting
the
sex, enjoyment,
wanting her more than caring about her.
Yeah. Is a common theme. Generally.
I really love like two souls in one body trope. Like my favorite. I'm like an anime nerd. Like one of my favorite characters in anime is this girl named Asa from Chainsaw Man, and that's the exact same trope. but the main character in that show
Is
like,
better.
he's better. He doesn't ever fuck with her like that. Like,
Yeah.
he thinks about it. Like, there's like a moment where she's asleep and he's like, ooh, what if I grabbed her boob? And he like puts a blanket over her kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like that's like showing that someone genuinely cares about you.
I agree.
And doesn't just want
I'm
you
really
to
big on like,
provide.
listen, if you can admit that you probably have some like out of pocket thoughts, like society is typically your first thought is like the society response that we're
Mhm.
like groomed into having. And then like usually like there's some follow-up thoughts, hopefully. But if not, acting on the thoughts is the crazy, crazy thing to
Yeah.
do.
Everyone is allowed to have their own freaky thoughts.
Yeah.
I have plenty of
I have
mine
plenty.
every day.
Wow, every
Day. Today we were joking about we were at the corncob tower and I was like, and Nate said, what if I poured this orange juice off the top?
I think about shit like that all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you could think about it and that's okay. Just don't fucking do crazy shit to people.
Exactly.
Especially if it hurts others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But like imagine in your head, live in that world, not in this one.
I know. Of the 3 movie worlds that we discussed today that I want to live in, I guess invite at top because it's just,
it's a moment.
It's normal world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to have a threesome with Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton. I'd be doing that. And then I would say one night only and Obsession at the end. Although Obsession wishes and magic are real. So
that is kind of nice. It's just the abuse of power of people doing it. Yeah. What's interesting is, God, what's that friend's name in Obsession?
Oh, Ian, the guy?
It's that when he got killed, his $1 billion went away.
Yeah, you're right.
That's immediately what I thought when you said he died. I was like, there goes that $1 billion.
I know. I would be pissed about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got like shot in the head and then Bear obviously died of like an overdose. Mm-hmm. So it was like such an easy, painless death for them both that they did not deserve. That was like maybe my one actual critique of the movie, especially because they show the girlfriend that likes him, like her body's like splayed out naked on a chair at one point because like the main girl does some fucked up shit.
Yeah. It's like she took the brunt of.
Exactly. You didn't need to brutalize her like that.
Yeah.
For just dramatic effect in a horror movie.
Yeah, let's brutalize the men.
Yeah. For sure. I would have been there with a bat beating them down. I think that was honestly the best tension of the movie, was just the fact that I kept thinking Nikki is gonna kill him.
Yeah, but she's obsessed with him, so I don't think she would have.
But it felt like there were so many times, and this is why the movie is really great. It's like there were so many times where you were like, she's gonna hurt him somehow.
Her true self might come back to the surface where like the demon
not the real girl, but just the demon was so like, it seemed like she was poised to attack at every moment. And they do a lot of interesting like camera work with like her body movements. I don't know if you know that like SNL sketch, The Creep. Like it's like a music video with Andy Samberg. Yeah. She does the creep at one point at the very end. And she does this like moving backwards stuff, and it's so like cinematic.
See, with horror stuff and like scary stuff, I'm more inclined to see it if all of it has been spoiled for me. Yeah. So maybe
you'll watch it.
Yeah,
it's a good one. I don't think it's in theaters anymore, so
I'll have to hit it on streaming.
Yeah, you got it on Peacock.
All right, any more hot takes? Things you want to wrap up?
Let me look through my Rhode Island notes real quick. Why are people proud to be from Rhode Island? I wrote that. That was one of the first things I wrote. Lots of Duncan drops in this.
They love Duncan.
They mentioned Duncan so much.
Yes.
I think it was like for like the first 3 episodes, they said it in every single one. I wrote down RHOSLC get a divorce twice in episode.
Only twice?
Well, in like episode 3 when she came in. I said RHOSLC get a divorce. And then I wrote it in all caps immediately. RHOSLC get a divorce. I said, why is Dolores here?
Whoa.
Good for Kelsey. Move on, bitch. That was whenever she broke up with her boy.
Okay, I think that was fake.
Yeah.
Or delayed. I think like that all happened. I just think she redid it for the show.
Her saying, I wrote, that was not a compliment. I think this was the backhanded, like, oh, you've really shown who you truly are.
The way they couldn't admit that was a backhanded compliment was crazy to me.
That's what, again, like let me go over my dynamics because we missed that earlier. So my thoughts in the reunion were that Joelle and Kelsey and Liz kind of like a little gang. And
yes,
that never
it's
really
an alliance on a show.
Yeah.
And, I hate they're too early.
I agree. Like, you have not established yourselves. I get you guys were already friends before this.
Yeah.
But like on the show, like you can't be just ganging up on people.
That is like the same person hasn't wronged you for you guys automatically to defend each other because you have existing beef. I feel like they are taking up for Kelsey against Rosie
Yeah.
without Rosie and Joellen having issues and Rosie and Liz having any issues.
Yeah. And also Kelsey's fully wrong about all of the things that
1000%
she
fully
said.
wrong.
That's the thing, is that it's funny to watch like people come to someone's aid when they are fully in the wrong. And I think they are aware, but they just don't want to cross the line.
My thing is, if you're gonna say and do it, you have to be honest about saying and doing it. Is like, be a shady bitch. Come with a, a loudspeaker and a siren.
Yeah.
But when Rosie says like that was crazy, like that was rude, you have to be like, yeah, absolutely, the bit was so funny.
Yeah.
And stand on it.
And they didn't really do that at
No, they acted like it was just so like lighthearted and cheeky.
Exactly. Like you knew what you
lighthearted and cheeky would to be put on an eviction notice sticky note on her front door when you knock on the door, be like, what's this? Like that has no harm.
Right. But yeah, you're not even at a level where they could have discussed that without there being any shade at all. Like,
yeah.
It was
and I hate when the offender of whatever action and you comment on the action they did then gets the most offended. Is I'm like, oh no, you don't get to be the injured party here, we're discussing your actions.
Yeah. I said Rosie and Ashley were a cute duo, but I do agree with you that they need to move on next season.
It's a little too kitschy, like Little House on the Prairie. Like, oh, like, okay, let's spice it up.
And then Alicia, true housewife. I also wrote down she was the most quotable. She had so many amazing moments. And I want her to learn more about finances. I think we could do that together.
She will never. She looks so overwhelmed by the idea of even
her being mad at her husband for not telling her about stuff. And then we find out at the reunion that he had tried to talk to her. I also have a whole
way I was like, Billy, I'm so sorry for any negative thing I've ever thought about you, because you care and love about her.
With her.
You are willing to have her be educated on this. Like, you're not trying to withhold this. It's withholding for her own good.
I said as well in here somewhere, like this scene, I think my favorite scene of the entire season is Billy proposing to her.
Yeah.
Only because the entire time she's just shitting on him.
Critiquing him,
stop. She's like, well, took 10 years.
Are you going to ask me?
Yeah, you're going to get down on one knee? And then proceeded to, after it was over, everyone's like, oh, congratulations. She still kept being like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It was cute. Like,
after she just forced him to do it.
Exactly.
Love it.
No, I think that was great. I wrote, AI could never do this.
Never.
AI can never write an interaction like that.
No. AI could never produce The Housewives.
There's some stuff that's just uniquely human.
Correct.
That's one of them. Because AI would be like, oh my God, this is such a happy moment. I'm so, like, she said, I'm so proud of you for finally doing it. She's like, I'm so proud of you because you never do anything romantic for me ever. Like, nah, that was gold. It was gold.
I love it.
Yeah, I would really say that was probably my highlight. For sure.
Incredible.
Yeah. And then I put Rula, sad clown.
Very sad clown.
She was a sad clown.
She's the loser of this
agree.
season.
I know.
All right.
New face though, so.
Seriously. Those are some hot takes with Tori.
Tune in next week.
No. Alicia will be back. Alicia will be back next week. Don't you worry. As much as we enjoy Tori.
Also with Tori's hot takes.
Also, ...
Yeah.
Tori's hot takes.
I'm writing in every week now. Just
just send me a voice memo and we'll put it in every once in a while. Yeah. Well, with that, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Follow us on everything. Links are in the description. And with that, thanks for joining. Bye.